All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We have breaking news. The Los Angeles Rams are signing wide receiver Davante Adams on a 2-year, $46 million deal, which includes $26 million guaranteed. This just dropped. Now, we know Davante, he started his season with the Las Vegas Raiders, and he just became a free agent for the first time in his NFL career. He was released on March 4th by the New York Jets. Played 11 games for them. If you guys remember, in mid-October, there was the trade, and I think it was the Pat McAfee show, Aaron Rodgers was on it, and Devonte Adams, showed up out of nowhere, and it just was an absolutely downhill ride after that. 5-12, the New York Jets finished, so they cut him, saved some money. But here's the thing, and I covered the Las Vegas Raiders, so Davante Adams just wanted out, right? Minshew Mania, Aiden O'Connell was a nightmare for the Raiders, but that's going to change. But this isn't a Raiders video. From weeks 9 to 18 of the 2024 season, Davante was the 7th in the NFL in receiving yards. He was 10th in receptions, and he was also tied for 4th in touchdowns. So between the two teams, he had 85 catches for 1,063 yards and 8 total touchdowns. So this guy is still stud. He's still stud. But this definitely shows, and we all kind of saw this coming, that the Rams were not going to be, Cooper Kupp was going to be gone, right? Now, I've even already seen some naysayers. This trade literally just happened. I've already seen some naysayers saying, oh, wow, for a team that desperately needed speed, this trade makes absolutely no sense. This trade makes perfect sense to me. Tutu was just signed $10 million contract a couple of days ago. Obviously, Puka Nacua is still on this roster. No more Cooper Kupp, but it was just time for a change. And what I will say, and this is our first Rams video in so long, I think the Rams in the draft are going to get a gadget guy. I think they're a gadget guy away from being, oh crap. And they kind of already almost were, oh crap, because they could have taken down Philly at the end of the game. So this is still a terrifying team, as even though Matthew Stafford's not getting any younger, he's clearly got plenty left in the tank. But folks, before we get any further into today's video, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. I'm so sorry, man. I haven't posted a Rams video in way too long. That was just a bad YouTube season, NFL season for me. But hit that like button, try and get this to 100 likes, folks. That would mean the world to me. Most importantly, though, give me a grade down below on this move. I was going to say trade. So Davante was drafted in the second round in 2014 from my Green Bay Packers out of Fresno State. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler. He's a 3-time All-Pro, 6'1", 215 pounds. He's already had 5 seasons, over 100 catches, 6 years with over 1,000 yards and at least 10 touchdowns. This is, future Hall of Famer, in my opinion. In 11 seasons with the Packers, Raiders, and Jets, he has almost 1,000 career receptions. He has almost 12,000 receiving yards, and he's got over 100 touchdowns. Among active players, he ranks 2nd in receiving touchdowns, 4th in receptions and receiving yards. And he's only played 2 seasons where Rodgers wasn't his primary QB, and he's getting a very similar guy, but even a little bit younger, in Matthew Stafford. This is game-changing. The window is not disappearing anytime soon. The Rams front office, whether it's coaches as well, they do such a good job at evaluating talent and then just getting these, oh my goodness, these guys turn into stars. They know how to find the talent, and then they know how to build the talent up. It's just a crazy world-class organization. And like I said, and Rams fans know this, it was a really weird year, and they still did good. Ranked in EPA rank in EPA per play on offense last year was only 15th. In defense, it was 27th. So the Rams offseason, and technically the tampering period hasn't even began. It's not even close to being finished, but it technically barely just started. The Rams got off to a difficult start to their season, but then after their week 6 bye, they went 9-3 to close it out. And they were so good in the passing game. They had the 9th best EPA per dropback in the NFL from week 7 to the end of the season, with the 3rd lowest time to throw average at 2.62. And so now, personally, my focus kind of shifts to the defense. They were 17th in opponents' points per game. They were 20th in passing yards per game, 22nd in rushing yards per game, 21st in sacks, and around middle or average with takeaways per game. The main thing, though, is the defensive back room, right? They have an extremely talented but an extremely young defense. And a lot of their big time players are on their front seven, right? And so the coverage at times last season was severely lacking. The coverage unit produced the fifth lowest EPA per dropback allowed in the NFL, with Cameron Kitchens finishing as the only player in the secondary to surpass a 65 PFF coverage grade. So some names just to get you going here: Byron Murphy, DJ Reed, Charvarius Ward, Carlton Davis. These are all players I would not be surprised in the slightest if they were picked up tomorrow or in the next couple of days from the Los Angeles Rams. But sticking to the offense, man, Matthew Stafford just turned 37 about a month ago, 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, but it was just kind of clear, especially in the playoffs, but honestly, like the whole season, Cooper Kupp's just been decimated from injuries just for the last couple of seasons now. This past year on 100 targets, only 67 catches, only 710 yards, and 6 total touchdowns. Then we get into the playoffs, and the playoffs were kind of interesting because Puka was the guy, but he was targeted 23 times, only caught 11 of them. Tyler Higbee was the second leading receiver. Demarcus Robinson was the third, and Cooper Kupp in the 2 playoff games only had 6 catches for 90 total yards. So you're not necessarily getting younger here, but one big thing with Devonte Adams is durability. The dude, his entire NFL career has been as durable as they come. And especially when you're playing in divisional or you're playing in big time games, divisional round of the playoffs against Philadelphia Eagles, especially in any point in the playoffs, reliability is the best availability is the best. Reliability is the best availability. I'm not sure actually, now that I say that, how that saying goes, but the point is you want guys who are going to be durable, and you want guys who are going to be healthy, because it's a long ass season. You got 17 regular season games, 3 preseason games. It's just a long season, and obviously football is extremely physical, but I really, really like this move. I don't really understand some of the skepticism or the pessimism that I'm seeing on my timeline here, but if I had to give a grade for this trade, this signing, oh my goodness, I keep saying that, I'd probably go an A-. Man, I think it was just because, first off, Davante spent the first half of the season with the Raiders. The Raiders' offense was horrid last season for all 17 games. And then the Jets were just an absolute dumpster fire. And Davante was just a player who, 85 catches, 1,000 yards, still had a great season, but he was on 2 of the worst teams, not only in the AFC, but in the NFL in general. So you didn't see his name out there too much, except for maybe fantasy purposes. But folks, that's it for me. I got to eat some dinner. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if you guys haven't already. But most importantly, give me a grade on this signing down below and give me all your thoughts, any other Rams targets you guys want them to pick up in the next couple of days. But we'll see you soon. That's it for me. Peace.